Always.
Pacers looking to close out the Bucks at home, and man, did Milwaukee battle their butts off. Early on, Bucks, they jumped the Pacers, leading 9-0. Giannis, Euro stepping, running, whatever the hell you're allowed to do these days. It's 11-0. Giannis from Kevin Porter Jr. It's 13-0. Bucks leading 30-13. Kyle Kuzma, you gonna let him walk into that three? Rattles it home. The lead is 20. The Pacers need to wake the hell up. They do. Tyrese Halliburton there with the scoop. It's a 15-point game. Aaron Nesmith. Corner three, and all of a sudden it's a single-digit lead of just 7. 4 to go in this game. Bucks leading by 1. Giannis has it ripped away from Halliburton. The kick ahead, Nesmith. And that 20-point lead is gone. Ron Artest roaring his approval. 2-point lead, and now Gary Trent Jr. joins the chat. He hit one big shot after another. Giannis down low, line drive, and the Bucks lead by 4. 15 seconds to go. Pacers down by 2. You cannot let Halliburton get to the rim untouched. We're tied at 103. 5 seconds to go. They're going to double Giannis. They're going to double him. They do. The fadeaway, no. 5 minutes on the clock. And in overtime, Gary Trent Jr. Bang! Just over a minute to play. Gary Trent Jr. Bang! He had 8 threes, 33 points. It's a 4-point lead. Giannis down the lane, finger roll, 6-point lead. There's only 30-some-odd seconds to go. It's now a 7-point lead. Andrew Nembhard buries a 3. The lead is 4. Very next play. Trent was so good all game long, and here it's the giveaway. Frantic on the floor, and now on the other end. Halliburton on the drive. That's 3 the hard way. Halliburton has Doc apoplectic. It's a 1-point game. Off the inbound, Porter Jr. in the backcourt. A.J. Green, who was awesome. Then he throws it to Trent Jr., and I have no idea what happened. He had such a tremendous game, and then inexplicably, the ball goes through his hands. And now it's the Pacers. It's one-on-one. Giannis trying to stop Halliburton. You can't stop him from getting to the rim. Off glass, what a move. And Halliburton and the Pacers have erased a 7-point deficit, which we've never seen done in this short amount of time in the playoffs before. 26 and 9 assists for him. It's going to take a miracle. Giannis to Trent. 3/4 court, and that is how the Bucks season comes to an end, and that is how the Pacers stamp their ticket to the next round. Then post-game, this real unfortunate situation, that's John Halliburton. It's Tyrese's dad. He's on the floor mocking Giannis, who's looking at him like, what the hell are you doing? Then Giannis has this exchange afterwards, and then there was some conversation about exactly what went on and what Giannis thought about it all.
I believe like being humble in victory. That's how I am. Now there can be a lot of people out there that are like, no, when you win the game, you gotta talk, and you know it's a green light for you to be disrespectful towards somebody else. I disagree. I've won the championship. They haven't. Losing the game, emotions run high. Having a fan, which at the moment I thought he was a fan, but then I realized it was Tyrese's son, which I love. Tyrese, I think he's a great competitor. He was his dad, sorry. Coming in the floor and showing me his son a towel with his face. This is what we do. This is what we effing do. This is the F we do. This. I feel like that's very, very disrespectful. Cursing at me, I think is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Okay? And I'm not the guy that points fingers, because in my neighborhood, snitches get stitches. So I don't want to say something, for him to say, to get fined or anything. But it's not respectful. I talked with him at the end, and I think we're in a good place.
I think it's the emotions of the game just got excited there. But I talked with him. I'll talk with Giannis eventually about it. Just, I don't think that my pops was in the right at all there. And unfortunate, what happened in the end there. But, I mean, this series was a lot of war of words, a lot of war of antics, a lot of stuff going back and forth, and that's just part of this rivalry and what we've built here over the last couple of years.
Having a dad who has your back at games is awesome, but this is way beyond that. The video clearly shows John Halliburton walk out on the floor to taunt Giannis. How is that allowed to happen in the first place for any fan? Giannis is 1,000% right with every single thing he said, and good on Tyrese for what he had to say. Big respect for that. Things get heated. It's part of it, no doubt. Having your pop walk out on the floor to taunt the best player on it? That's not. As for this game, it featured something we had never seen before. The Pacers trailed by 7 points with fewer than 40 seconds left in overtime, then closed the game on an 8-0 run. Since play-by-play was first tracked in the 97-98 season, Indiana is the first team ever to overcome a deficit of 7 or more in the final 40 seconds of a playoff game. Not just that, it clinches the win in the series and ends the Bucks season. Kendrick Perkins joins me now. Perk, there's two pieces to this. I'm going to get to what Halliburton did in a minute because it was sensational, but it only can win the game because the Bucks, who played their butts off, just melted. What happened from your vantage point?
Scott, I don't know. I know that the Bucks came out, they were competing. Gary Trent Jr. was having the game of his life, although he did show up in another game in this series. And then all of a sudden, you see these turnovers happen, right? And I think it was a ripple effect. You got to learn to let things go when it comes down to Gary Trent Jr. Those costly turnovers hurt. Obviously, it cost them the game. And I hear a lot of people out there, they ready to start the whole narrative of blaming Doc Rivers, right? And I'm a huge Doc Rivers supporter. I won the championship with him, but I will call him out if I feel like it was his fault. There's nothing that he could have done in this situation. And then on top of that, when you do get turnovers, how about getting back and trying to get stops, right? Trying to keep the ball in front of you. Tyrese Halliburton got to the basket at will. Again, another missed opportunity by the Milwaukee Bucks. It was heartbreaking to watch for them. But it was also on the other side, I said, man, the Indiana Pacers just kept competing, kept playing, and you just never know what could happen, and they came out victorious.
I'm crushed for Trent, who played so well, did all the hard things, and then the act of just catching the pass somehow, inexplicably, it goes through his hands. I said there's two pieces to this. Tyrese Halliburton is an absolute killer. And, it's him on Giannis. He takes it to the rim. If the game is there to be won, Perk, he's joining the conversation of the very best in the league at getting the victory in those moments. What is he showing you as this is yet another run that the Pacers are making in the postseason?
Well, I got him up there, Scott, with Anthony Edwards as two of the young best leaders in today's game, right? He talked about what he has established since he got to Indiana in his culture, right? He's a true leader. Not only does he set the table for others, but when it's time for him to take over the game, he does that. He has no fear whatsoever. He has the confidence. We saw him sitting at the post-game interview with his shades on, right? He gives that team